Welcome to night 39 of my Game a Day series, and tonight's game is Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. So let's get started. Alright, so tonight is Pac-Man. Now granted, it is, oops, I got the sound still on my computer, so I'll get a little echo. Oh no. Okay, so obviously this does not look like the Pac-Man we all know and love, and that's because they had to work within the limitations of the hardware at the time, and this is what the guy made. It's somewhat the board turned sideways and everything, and oh, he nicked me. It's not the perfect Pac-Man game. But no, it's not. But it's also not. When it came out, I grabbed this game as a kid because we loved Pac-Man in the arcade and we wanted to play it at home, and this was as close as we could get. And so we didn't complain, and we just enjoyed playing Pac-Man at home. Like I said, not the greatest game, also not the worst game. Look, you got a tunnel. Yep, that happened. And yeah, the ghosts flicker and don't have any distinct colors. But it's not bad. It also, prior to what people say, did not cause the video game crash in 1983. That's funny, my score was 833. It did not help the video game crash. Ooh, they nipped me. But it was not the cause. Neither was, I'm sorry to tell you, E.T. did not cause the video game crash. What caused the video game crash was tons and tons it's not clear as no it's this is as clear as it got. But what caused the video game crash was lots and lots of people wanting to make video games and just flooding the market with crap. And we didn't get too much. Now, Atari didn't help matters when they released this game because it was so popular in the arcades. I mean, seriously, it's got its own song. For those of you who haven't heard it, I will put the song, a link to the song, in the description below. They do have it out on the web. I'll post the YouTube video because it was super popular. I mean, really, people were Pac-Man crazy. And So they ordered millions and millions of Pac-Mans to be made. Oh, for every console they had, and then was hoping to sell consoles based on Pac-Man being available, and sadly that did not work out because lots of people returned this game because it wasn't what they were expecting, and that's fine. Ooh, yeah, the hit detection is really rough in this one. Now, once when I was in California, we went to a Walmart and they had the Pac-Man, like a Pac-Man challenge, and if we scored 1,000,000 points, we got a certificate. And at one time I had the certificate. No, you're not late to the party. But, so, like I say, now technically what you're eating, obviously it's not dots, because they couldn't put all the dots on the screen, so it's actually pieces of the board. And I played very well. Not. Look at it. They just, I mean, you get too close and they'll get you. Like I said, not the best game of Pac-Man. Not the worst. Believe me, there's much worse out there. And that should scare you. And yes, it's the same board, repeats over and over again. Okay, as I was saying, in California, they had the Walmart had something where you got 1,000,000 points, you got a certificate that you scored 1,000,000 points on Pac-Man, blah, blah, blah. So I had to stand there in the store and play Pac-Man for like ever and a day, and got a certificate that said I scored 1,000,000 points on Pac-Man. And as you can see, it takes forever because I think we were there for hours. See, it's hard to tell if they're... See, he changes so fast because it's so hard to tell. Seeing the scoring isn't the same. It's, like I said, is it an inferior copy of Pac-Man? Yes. Thank you. That's nice of you. That's nice of you. There were also hundreds of Pac-Man. They called them clones, but I call, they were more like rip-offs. Just games that wanted to be Pac-Man. Kind of they became. This is what we call a maze game. Oh, get away from me. You see that? Oh, that was cheap. All right, 1303. That's my best score so far. I have to come back around to get those. 1303. All right, 1303. I think I can do that. Oh, poop. As you see, you only get 1 point for eating dots, so... Oh, fiddlesticks. Like I said, we used to play a lot of this game. Then we got Miss Pac-Man, and that's all. I mean, that was it. Pac-Man kind of collected dust at that point. Because Miss Pac-Man was way closer to the arcade game and was a ton more fun. We played this one. I mean, we'd still challenge ourselves to play it. You got me. Oh, get away from me! Hey, I got all 4. Whoa! Oh, poop. I'm not Pac-Man. Hey, I got all 4. That was pure luck. There was nothing I could do there. They came in on me. But I did beat the 1303. Now it's 1673 to beat. See, I was a kid when all these games came out on the the Atari, because that. So I say I remember when this was in the stores. I got it at Walmart. Oh, I went the wrong way. See, and normally when you eat the pellet, the ghost would come right out on you. Oh, did you see that? Oh, I missed my turn. Darn it. So you hardly ever use the tunnels in this version of the game because they really don't help much. Well, that happened. Now, I do have multiple versions of Pac-Man to play through this series. You're going to see some good and some bad, both in how I play and in versions of Pac-Man. Because there are some that are just horrible. That was risky. Oh. Alright. So I gotta get 1633, I think it was. See, now I'm using the tunnels, trying to help me get around. I had nowhere to go. They were coming to get me. Plus, Pac-Man only faces one direction, no matter... Well, he faces two directions, but he doesn't face up or down. Now, somebody has gone back because a lot of people don't realize there is a strong homebrew gaming community that still makes games for the Atari 2600. Such as myself, I was working on a game for the Atari and lost my code, but that's another story. You gotta love it when your hard drive crashes. But somebody has gone back and made an almost perfect arcade copy of Pac-Man that you can download for free and play on an emulator, and it's really neat. It's a really neat game. Very, very well done. It definitely shows that it could have done a really good version of Pac-Man if they had tried. But in all honesty, you know, it's not the, like I say, it's not the worst. And playing these games comes back to you after a while. You start to remember all the little nuances, and that muscle memory comes back to what you were doing in the game and how to play it. Whoop. I didn't get that dot. Oh, they caught me. Yay. Well, I beat that last high score. Now notice they do speed up as you play the game. Oh, poop. They start going fast. Go, 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 go. I didn't think I was going to make that. 21:30. I'm doing better. Oh, he was hot. He was hot on my tail. Oh, he was not playing, was he? Oh, got me again. Ooh, they are getting so fast. Oh, I was so close. Man. 2774. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how I used to get, how I got 1,000,000 points on this game. Oh, now they're going so slow. I'm almost running into them. Like that. Beep beep, who's there? Ghost, you're dead. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. That's how it goes. Well, now I'm just killing myself. Ooh. Heard something outside the house. Go bang. Plus, the sound effects are not that great. Let's be honest. There's no, waka 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 sound, Oh, I got too close. Yay! Ouch! Oh! Well, I did that wrong, didn't I? I'm definitely not getting it. I'm definitely not getting it, 27,000 again. Ooh, got me. I thought I was going to make it in there. I know. What am I thinking? Oh, I did it. 27,000? No, I only hit 2,700. I didn't hit 27,000. That's a crazy number. 27,000? I'm still trying to figure out how I hit 1,000,000. I must have been a lot better as a kid. Oh! I'm not going to do it that way, that's for sure. At least Ashton's in my corner. Oh, it didn't go, it wouldn't go right. In the hole, go through the hole. See that opening? That's where you want to go. Oh, nah, I did that one wrong. Yes, bribed by unicorns, I get it. See, look at her go. You go, Ashton. Oh, 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 I did that one wrong. It makes it easy. Wow, okay. I was going to try and go for the wafer, but I didn't want to take that chance. I don't see you, ghost. Yay! Another board. Oh, I got the wafer and died. It's definitely a risk versus reward type thing. If you want the points, you take the chances to try and eat the ghost or get that wafer, and so you take those chances, and sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. Oh! Oh, he barely got me. Alright, so what I'm going to do real quick is look up the song here, and I'm going to post that in the chat box, and I'll post it in the description. So 1 second. It's by Buckner and Garcia. Here we go. Is this the right one? Let me see here. Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, it's coming your way. There you go. And then I'm going to put it down here in the description. It was Garcia, Buckner and Garcia. Yep. Alright, so I added that out there. So, for those of you who didn't know, yes, there was a song for Pac-Man back in the day. Pac-Man Fever. That's what it was called. Everybody had Pac-Man Fever because Pac-Man was everywhere. And let me tell you, people wanted Pac-Man in the home. They wanted to play Pac-Man on the Atari. People wanted arcade games in the house. They wanted these games. Oh, he didn't do what I thought he was going to do. So Pac-Man, I mean, he just dominated arcades. I remember lines to play the game. Some of you might be old enough to remember those days. And then he became the motto for Namco, who created him. And So they had, so Namco arcades, the tokens had Pac-Man on them. And I recently found one of those old tokens and gave it to a friend of mine who's a big Pac-Man fan. So it went to a good home. She's taking care of it. Oh, it didn't go to the left. To the left, man. To the left. Now, I did start shooting video for a Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man documentary. And that's when my hard drive crashed and I lost all the footage. I was going to showcase all the different home ports that I have of Pac-Man. I do. I try to make games that you can play. I do. I love you. You're sweet. You're my friend. Oh, I got them both. Oh, he got me. Yes, friends to the end. I'm old, so my end will probably come first. I got a wafer. It must be, I think it's a vanilla wafer. Oh! Doop. Oop. Now there is a glitch in the game. I can show you the glitch. There, I'll show you the glitch. See if I can get it done right. No. No, come on. Let me get the one that, oh. There's a way if you go up and down in a tunnel, you go up and down through everything and gets stuck just going up and down and can't go left, right, or anything. It just goes through the walls. But Oh no, there's good Pac-Man versions on the new. I think the one in the Xbox. Oh, I didn't see they were doubled up. The one in the Xbox Live is like a championship edition, I think is what it's called, or something like that. And it's got a large board and only shows parts of it at a time. Uh-oh. Oh, they're going to get me because I missed my turn. I missed my turn. Doop-doop-doop-doop-doop. And obviously there's no cutscenes like in Pac-Man. Hey, come here, eat that already. Oh, buggers. Oh, he changed on me. Alright, one last game. Let's see if I can make... Nope. Come on, do the glitch, do the glitch. See if I remember. Well, it's not doing it. I may have to look that one up, how to do the glitch again. But there is a glitch, and Pac-Man will go up and down, up and down, up and down. Just that's all he'll be able to do is go up and down, up and down through the tunnel. And I saw you guys. I saw what you're trying to do. They were trying to trick me. They're like, no. Oh, did you see that? I was all the way around it. Oh, that was dirty. Oh, he came out. I didn't see him. They got me. He got me. Plus, I don't think he had very long to work on this game. The developer, the programmer, I don't think he had a real big time window to make this game. That's what caused E.T. to not be so good. Is the time window was very, very tight. I think he had like 3 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that to make a game. And you gotta remember, this was programmed in assembly, which is machine code. It's a little difficult. A little difficult to program in. I did that one. I did that one. So, alright, let's come back over here. And we're going to switch to this view. Alright. So that is Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. the only thing it contributed to the video game crash was not the game itself, was that Atari ordered too many to be made. They ordered more copies of Pac-Man than there were Ataris in homes, because they were hoping that Pac-Man would cause people to buy Ataris. So that kind of led to problems when the game did come out and people were returning it because it wasn't what they expected. And you can see why it was not Pac-Man, but a lot of us were okay with it because it was a version of Pac-Man that we could play at home, and we knew we weren't going to get the arcade at home because we had, it wasn't really possible to do those kind of graphics and gameplay on these machines. There was, don't get me wrong, there was the ability to get closer than what they did. But this is what they produced, and this is what Atari sold. But the market really crashed because a lot of garbage games were created by a lot of companies. A lot of companies were jumping in wanting to make games and just producing garbage games, just garbage out there. And it just flooded the market. It's like, I remember going to KB Toy Store and you could find Atari games in a big bin. And these were brand new games that were getting released. And they were like in this bin for like $1 because they were just garbage and nobody wanted them. And they were trying to get any money they could out of these games. So they were selling them for like dirt cheap. I mean, really cheap. And it was kind of bad because you had really great games on the Atari that were just, they were getting swallowed by the crap out there. Oh. There, we got rid of it. Is that better, Ashton? So the market was killed by crap games. That's why Nintendo did such strong licensing on their games, and so that you could get all the official Nintendo seal of approval meant Nintendo, you paid them, and because you were paying Nintendo for the Nintendo license and the cartridges and the chips and all that stuff, because you're paying for it, they had better control over the market, because some companies, they limited how many games you could release in a year. Atari was like, throw them out there, we don't care. Plus Nolan Bushnell was gone by then. He was the founder of Atari. And Atari was also run by about a bunch of potheads. So see what happens when you're a pothead and you run a company? It goes into the toilet, and produces a lot of garbage games. So that's it. That's my defense of Pac-Man, I guess you could say. Thank you for joining me for day 39 of my Game a Day series, and obviously I played Pac-Man on the Atari 2600, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something about the thing. Maybe you just enjoy listening to Pac-Man Fever. It was huge. It was popular. That was a hugely popular, I mean, up on the charts song back in the day. And so yeah, once again, thank you for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for game 40 of my Game of Day series. Thank you once again, and have a wonderful evening.